welcome to PMCLounge.com. My name is Shoaib. I am the voice behind all the videos on the PMCLounge.com website as well as this YouTube channel, youtube.com/PMCLounge. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, PMP or CSM, which certification is a better one? Now, this is a question that the answer to it is definitely up in the air. But today we will be discussing two reports and we'll try to find out in terms of the salaries that the certified professionals earn, which of these two certifications perform better. So I have one report. This is from Scrum Alliance. It is called Salary Survey of Scrum Professionals 2017 and 18. And then, of course, the salary survey report that we have already covered over here on PMC Lounge. I have taken only the numbers from United States because the Scrum Alliance report typically talks about salaries only in the US. So it is mentioned in the footnotes at certain areas in this report. So I'm only considering the US salary numbers from the PMI report. So we are going to cover and compare side by side the salary comparisons of a CSM certified professional and a PMP certified professional. So this is typically from the perspective of salary. This is only considering, the only variable considered in this comparison is salary, nothing else. You can argue in terms of the kind of work PMP certified professionals do and the kind of work that CSM certified professionals do. That is something beyond the scope of this video. We are only and only considering salaries in this video. So I'll take you to my computer screen where we will cover these two reports side by side.
So the two reports that we are considering today are Salary Survey of Scrum Professionals. This is 2017-18 data and this is by Scrum Alliance. And the second one is Earning Power Project Management Salary Survey 10th edition by PMI. This also came out in 2018. Both the Scrum Alliance report as well as the PMI report are copyrights. We acknowledge the copyrights. No copyrights infringement is intended. The links, the individual links to download these reports is available in the description. Go download your own copy and read it for yourself. These are very, very important reports. One thing to consider here is the fact that the survey by Scrum Alliance is pertaining to the Scrum professionals. It pertains to the Scrum professionals. While the survey by PMI pertains to project management professionals, PMP certified as well as non-PMP certified. Scrum professionals are not just CSM certification holders. CSM is an introduction course. You need to have other certifications as well, which are offered by Scrum Alliance. But PMI also has certain other certifications, but this report does not talk about other certifications. But this report, when it says Scrum Professionals, it includes other certifications as well, which are offered by Scrum Alliance. So that's a point of difference. In fact, let me get to the next slide where we discuss this in more detail. So this is a snippet from the salary survey of Scrum Professionals, and this is the paragraph that I'd like to highlight here. And here it says, we also discovered a typical Scrum professional follows a career journey that builds on initial certification with professional practice and ongoing education. The ongoing education here means Scrum professionals get more certifications as they get more experience. That's the entire basis of this report. While the PMI report does not indicate anything like that, does not assume that PMP certification holders get more certifications as they gain more experience. That is not the case. This report assumes that Scrum professionals are going to get more certifications as they get more experience, and they have considered data from the people who are surveyed, the professionals who are surveyed, are those that have had more certifications as they gained more experience. We'll understand this in more detail when we move forward. So let's move forward and look into some of the certifications that Scrum professionals can get, which are offered by the Scrum Alliance. So these are the certifications. Certifications by Scrum team role. So CSM is only an introduction course. Then you have advanced CSM, you've got CS PSM, Certified Scrum Professional Scrum Master. Then you've got Product Owner track. So this was the Scrum Master track. This is the Product Owner track, and then you have a Developer track as well. So these are some of the certifications which are provided, and these are only through Scrum team role. Actually, there are more certifications that are provided by Scrum Alliance. Let me go there as well. So these are guide level certifications. So certified team coach, certified enterprise coach, certified Scrum trainer. These are also some of the certifications provided by Scrum Alliance. And finally, Agile Leadership. So you've got Certified Agile Leadership 1 and Certified Agile Leadership 2. These are also certifications, the Agile Leadership level certifications, which are offered by Scrum Master. So like I was saying in the initial slide, the report from Scrum Alliance assumes that as you gain more experience, as the Scrum professionals gain more experience, they will eventually end up getting more certifications. While the PMI report does not assume anything like that, PMI report just says that whether a person is a PMP or a person is a non-PMP. As simple as that. So the first metric that we are looking into is salary by education level, and this is the report. This is a snippet from the Scrum Professionals report, and this is the snippet from the PMI report. These two you are going to find on each slide just to differentiate where the figures are from, where the snippets are from, right? So here in these snippets, we were able to find three entries which are actually comparable. So the first one is master's degree, and you will have a master's degree here as well. So master's degree, the average annual base salary by standardized educational level, the average base salary for Scrum professionals is 104,000 US dollars, while for PMP, it is the mean value is 119,000 US dollars, while a median is 116,000 US dollars. So these are the two values for master's degree holders that you can compare Scrum professionals and PMP certified professionals as well. Let's look into a 4-year college degree or a bachelor's degree. So bachelor's degree, 98,000 odd US dollars for Scrum professionals. 4-year college degree, which is also bachelor's degree for PMP certification holders, 111,000 US dollars is the mean value, and 108,000 US dollars is the median value. So this is again something which can be compared. 98,000 here, 108 is the median, and 111 is the mean for PMP certification holders. Some college or associate's degree is also something which can be compared. So 98,000 odd US dollars for Scrum professionals, while some college or associate's degree, if you see the mean value here is 108,000 odd US dollars, as well as the median is 104,000 US dollars. So these are some of the numbers that we can compare. Others we cannot compare. PMI report has given a doctoral degree value as well, which is absent from the Scrum Professionals report. It has given a high school degree metric as well, high school degree entry as well, which is absent from the Scrum Professionals report. So we will not look into that. So this is how we are going to compare the report between Scrum professionals and PMP professionals. Let's look into the other metric. So the next metric is salary by experience level. Salary by experience level. And this is where those multiple certifications will also come in. So Scrum, we have two pictures. One is here, the other one is here. PMP certification holder, by PMP status, we have one snippet which is here. So I hope it is clear. Let's look into some of the comparable metrics here. So PMP 1 to 5 years. So if you're a PMP certified professional, you have 1 to 5 years of experience, right? you are PMP certified and you have 1 to 5 years of experience after your PMP certification is what we mean here. The mean salary in US is 107,000 US dollars is what you can expect. This is again the annualized salary here. While for Scrum professionals, if you have 3 to 5 years of Scrum related experience, you can expect a salary of 91,000 odd US dollars. So 91,000 here and 107,000 here. Okay, let's look into other comparable metrics here. Now, one thing before we do that, you should note is the fact that this snippets from the Scrum Professionals report also talk about certifications. It says 1 certification, 2 certifications, 3 certifications, and Scrum or Agile coach as well. So it basically talks about how you gain more experience, you should gain more certifications as well. By while that is something which is unavailable, which is not even considered in the PMI report, because we are only talking about PMP certification here. So let's look into some other comparable metrics here. We talked about 1 to 5 years already. Let's look into 5 to 7 years of Scrum related experience. 103,000 US dollars, odd US dollars is what is the value here. If you look into the PMP certified professionals, you don't really find 5 to 7 years here, so we cannot really compare. But you can also look into 7 to 10 years of Scrum related experience. These professionals make about 113,000 US dollars, while less than 10 years of experience, if you have PMP between 5 to 10 years of experience, you can expect a mean salary of 125,000 US dollars. So less than 10 years, 125,000 US dollars. Less than 10 years as Scrum related experience, Scrum professional, you can expect 113,000 US dollars share. Okay, let me quickly scan if there's anything else we can talk about here. Not really, because it talks about age as well, which the PMI report hasn't considered, and it talks about multiple certifications, which the PMI report hasn't considered as well. Let's move on to the next slide. So before we discuss further metrics, I'd like to remind you of the special project management 101 training. It is a 1.5 hour training, your gateway to the world of project management. Check us out on pmclounge.com/pm101. It's a free training. It is going to be your introduction to the world of project management. Okay, let's talk about salary by industry. Now, salary by industry, you have both snippets, one from Scrum and one from PMI report as well, PMP certified holders, PMP certification holders, and the Scrum professionals. So let's look at that. Some of the comparable industries are, one is telecommunications. So telecommunications, Scrum professionals in telecommunications industry can expect a annual salary of 88,000 US dollars, while in the telecommunications industry, the PMP certification holder can expect a a mean value is 112,000 US dollars. So 88 here, 112,000 here. Okay. Then IT is also comparable, 91,000 US dollars to here is the IT value for PMP certification holder, 116,000 US dollars is the value for IT PMP certified professionals. Looking into finance and banking, that is also a comparable figure here, a comparable industry, 105,000 US dollars for Scrum professionals, and then financial services for PMP certification holders, you can expect a salary of 112,000 US dollars. Now, let's look into another industry here, which is manufacturing. Manufacturing, the value for CSM or Scrum professionals, not just CSM, is 107,000 US dollars, while in manufacturing, PMP certification holders can expect the mean salary of 110,000 US dollars. Now, again, let's talk about insurance. So insurance is here. We have the value of 107,000 US dollars for Scrum professionals. When it comes to PMP certified professionals, you've got a value of 111,000 US dollars. These are annual values, by the way. Finally, let's talk about consulting. You have 114,000 US dollars, while consulting for PMP professionals, the value is 129,000 US dollars. So those are the values in terms of salary that you can expect for Scrum professionals as well as project management professionals, PMP certification holders in different industries. Now let's look into the company size. So what kind of company are you working in? So for Scrum professionals, if you see the company size of less than 100 employees, they can expect a salary of 96,000 US dollars. For PMP certification holders, a company that you're working in has less than 100 employees, means you can expect a salary of 114,000 US dollars. Now let's talk about 20,000 plus employees, the last values, and the last value here that we can compare is 10,000 or more, which is obviously 20,000 is something which we can compare and look into. So the values here are 106,000 US dollars for Scrum professionals and 119,000 US dollars for PMP certification holders. So those are the values that can be compared. There are other values as well. So 5,000 to 20,000 employees, 109,000 US dollars, and 5,000 to 10,000, less than 10,000 employees for PMP certification holders is 115,000 US dollars. Now, these are not really metrics that we can compare one-on-one comparison, but you can kind of understand in terms of company size what kind of salary to expect for Scrum professionals as well as PMP certified professionals. So the last in the list is salary by department. So we have certain comparable numbers. If you're a Scrum professional and let's say your department is IT and software, you can expect a salary of 98,000 US dollars annual salary. If you're a PMP certification holder and you work in the IT software department, you can expect a salary of 116,000 US dollars. This is the mean salary. Then if you're in finance, you can expect as a Scrum professional a salary of 105,000 US dollars, while as PMP certification holder, you can expect a salary of 114,000 US dollars. Sales and marketing, 105,000 US dollars if you are a Scrum professional. If you are a PMP professional, you can expect a salary of 109,000 US dollars. Consulting, if you are a Scrum professional and you are in the consulting department, you can expect a salary of 119,000 US dollars. While if you are a PMP certified professional in consulting department, you can expect a salary of 127,000 US dollars. So those were comparable numbers. These were the metrics that I wanted to discuss out of these reports. I hope this was helpful. In every department, in every industry, everywhere that we have compared, we have found that PMP certification holders make more money as compared to Scrum professionals. The other thing that we found was that once you are PMP certified, you are not expected to get more certifications in terms of the numbers that we have seen. But once you are CSM certified, that is only the introduction certification, you are expected to get more certifications as you gain more experience to maintain these numbers which we talked about. So that's all that we had in this video. Hope this was insightful. If you liked the video, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon and to stay notified whenever we upload a new video. And don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your number one free PMP resource, as well as project management industry information where we cover videos just like this one. Thank you.